Who could have imagined that the largest living structure on Earth is not a stone, but one built by millions of tiny creatures? Imagine a natural wonder, visible even from space, home to thousands of species, and yet silently facing the threat of extinction. So how was this fascinating structure born? Who considered it sacred? And why are the eyes of the world once again turned to it? The answer lies in the depths of the ocean, a giant blue wall stretching along Australia's northeast coast. The Great Barrier Reef has amazed people for centuries as one of nature's most magnificent creations. This living structure, 2,300 kilometers long, is composed of more than 3,000 individual reefs and about 900 islands. Its size, visible even from space, earned it a well-deserved title, the largest living organism in the world. But this giant structure did not appear overnight. About 25 million years ago, when the Australian plate shifted into tropical waters, corals found suitable living conditions here. Millions of tiny polyps laid down their calcareous skeletons as the foundation of this vast structure. Every wave, every color shift, was shaped with the patience of time. How could such a large ecosystem survive? The answer was hidden in nature's remarkable balance. Corals formed a symbiotic relationship with microscopic algae living inside them. This partnership became the reef's secret source of energy and continuity. The Great Barrier Reef is considered one of the world's richest ecosystems, not just for its size, but for its diversity of life. Approximately 1,500 fish species, over 400 types of coral, 4,000 mollusk species, sea turtles, sharks, starfish, and thousands of invisible creatures live together in this giant underwater city. Corals keep everything together like an unseen orchestra. By day, they feed on plankton. At night, their glowing colors turn the water into a mesmerizing scene. Anemones offer shelter to clownfish. Giant clams transform sunlight into nutrition. Sharks protect the system's balance. This chain of life is one of nature's most finely tuned systems. The loss of a single species can shake the whole chain. That's why every part of the Great Barrier Reef serves a delicate balance. Among the reef's residents are endangered species such as the dugong and green sea turtle. Because they can only survive here, their protection is vital for the continuation of the whole ecosystem. For thousands of years, Australia's Aboriginal people understood the meaning of this blue world long before anyone else. They called the Great Barrier Reef the spirit of the sea. According to their beliefs, this was a sacred place where ancestral spirits were safeguarded. Legends tell of a giant serpent slithering through the ocean, and the curves of its body formed the coral hills. This ancient story gives the reef's winding structure a mystical meaning. By the year 1770, the British explorer James Cook reached this area with his ship, Endeavour, and struck the reef's hard and shallow waters. This collision marked the first time Europeans realized the reef's existence. As the age of exploration advanced, scientists, sailors, and divers began studying the reef. However, humanity's curiosity gradually turned into a destructive interest. By the end of the 20th century, what happened to the reef became a warning. Climate change, rising temperatures, and human activities started to quietly suffocate the reef. When corals cannot withstand high temperatures, they expel the symbiotic algae inside them and turn completely white, losing their color. This process is called coral bleaching. Bleaching events in 2016 and 2017 destroyed a third of the reef. In some areas, the proportion of living coral was cut in half. Pollution was another face of the threat. Agricultural chemicals flowed into the ocean via rivers. Plastic waste covered the corals. Overfishing, ship traffic, and uncontrolled tourism disrupted the reef's natural balance. Soon, everyone started asking the same question. Is it possible to reverse the situation before we completely lose this fascinating structure? With despair came the search for solutions. The Australian government established a special institution called the Great Barrier Reef Marine Park Authority to protect the reef. This organization undertook the dual mission of conserving both tourism and nature. Scientists started cultivating heat-resistant corals in laboratories. These new species could survive despite rising temperatures. The reef's health is now monitored regularly by drones, underwater robots, and artificial intelligence systems. Local communities and volunteer divers began replanting corals in dead zones, attempting to restore nature. Step by step, the heart of the blue world started beating again. Scientists admit it is unlikely for the reef to fully return to its original state. Still, they emphasize that the remaining areas can be strengthened with proper measures. Nature has the power to heal, when given enough time. Listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1981, the Great Barrier Reef has become not only Australia's responsibility, but the world's. The reef welcomes millions of tourists every year, but now it's recognized that even touching this beauty is risky. For this reason, diving tours, boats, and visitor areas are strictly regulated. Touching the corals, leaving waste, and any actions disturbing the ecosystem are prohibited. Tourists marvel at the reef's colors, but also witness its fragility. Beneath this immense beauty lies a silent warning. If not protected, one day it will exist only in memories. Scientific reports show that if global temperature rise exceeds 1.5 degrees Celsius, most of the reef will suffer irreversible damage. However, reducing emissions, balancing sea temperatures, and global cooperation can save the reef's future. Observations made since 2021 show that corals in some areas have started regaining their color. This small sign proves that nature hasn't completely given up yet. The disappearance of the Great Barrier Reef wouldn't just mean the loss of one ecosystem. Ocean temperature balances, plankton cycles, and fish migration routes would all change. This could trigger a chain reaction, shaking the planet's overall equilibrium. The fate of the Great Barrier Reef is intertwined with humanity's own future. Its loss would mean the loss of our future as well. Today, this blue world still beats quietly in the heart of the ocean, fragile, yet full of hope. Protecting it is not just a gesture to nature, but a sign of respect for our own existence. Because when nature is destroyed, humanity begins to erase itself. A message echoes in the color of the corals, in the rhythm of the waves. We are here, but not forever. This silent call rises not only from the oceans, but from humanity's conscience. If we succeed in protecting it, maybe we'll save not only a reef, but the soul of the world. Conclusion: the Great Barrier Reef is a living miracle that shows nature's magnificence and fragility can coexist. This vast underwater city holds up a mirror to humanity. As long as we protect, life continues. When we neglect, the voice of the blue world is silenced forever. Don't forget to like my video, subscribe to my channel, and leave your thoughts in the comments below about the breathtaking story and importance of the Great Barrier Reef for our world. Together, we can make a difference for the heart of nature. Settings: use appropriate media. Use a female voice for the narrator.